Let's recap the Arizona Fall League up next on Fantasy Baseball Today in 5. Welcome into FBT in 5 on Saturday, November 23rd. I am Frank Stampfl, joined by our good buddy, Chris the Welsh, and we are recapping the Arizona Fall League. Let's start with one of the top pitching prospects in all of baseball, Andrew Painter. This is his first game action since spring training of 2023. He's working his way back from Tommy John surgery. Stats all look great, over a strikeout per inning. Welsh, what did you see from Andrew Painter, and how much of an impact do you think he can make in 2025?
I saw the Andrew Painter that everybody was selling as the Andrew Painter. He had all the stuff going, even though he'd missed like close to 2 years. He came out, only pitched 15 innings, 6 starts, 30 or so pitches per game. He was throwing strikes every single game, close to like 25 to 26 to 33 pitches were for strikes every single game. His fastball was touching 98, 99. Later into the year, he ended up starting to throw that curveball more, was getting whiffs on the slider. He had a cutter, the changeup. Him being able to stay healthy, dominate innings, throw all 5 pitches, consistently throw for strikes even when the command wasn't quite there, I think said everything for him. I think he is ready to jump into a rotation next year. The question is based off of the amount of innings he's had over the last couple of years. What can he really do? That's the only question for me. If you told me I got 180 innings out of Andrew Painter this year in redraft, I would be the most aggressive of any of them. I was immensely impressed with him as a pitcher. Probably one of the best pitching performances the AFL has ever seen.
Let's move over to the AFL MVP, and that is Josue Briceño, a first base / catcher prospect in the Tigers organization. He's their 9th ranked prospect according to MLB Pipeline, and he did all of this as a 20-year-old. 433 batting average, 10 home runs, a 1376 OPS. We have seen, other prospects make noise in the Arizona Fall League in the past. Do you think, maybe this could be a little bit misleading, or are you buying what you saw from Josue Briceño?
So it always could be misleading, 100%. And, some of those other guys that you see, sometimes it's off of these like big wow moments. Jacob Marcy comes to mind from last year. These big wow moments and kind of consistently hitting, like a single here and then a big homer. Briceño was just different. It was consistency of every single day, but it was all different types. It wasn't just, getting a bad pitch and hitting it 450 feet. It was being able to punch stuff opposite field, singles up the center, opposite field doubles, opposite field homers that he was able to do. And just to point out from a statistical standpoint for him, won the Triple Crown. First player to ever win the Triple Crown in the Arizona Fall League in the 25, 26 plus years or whatever it is. And he led in 6 different categories. He was actually already known as this contact base hitter in the minors. He hit 2 homers in like 40 games this year. He was able to then change his approach to be a more aggressive home run power hitter, which is exactly what he did out here in the Arizona Fall League. I think this is a big, impactful bat that is all built around one of the best eyes that was out here in the Arizona Fall League. Not fooled. He's going to make contact all day long. I love Josue Briceño. And you know what? Maybe we'll get fooled, but I'm here for it.
A name we've heard a lot about recently was the AFL's breakout prospect of the year, Caleb Durbin from my New York Yankees. He was insane. He hit .312. He had 5 homers, 29 steals in 24 games. This past week, the Yankees added him to the 40-man roster. It sounds like they're going to give him a little bit, a legit shot to make the team, whether that's as a starter, a super utility guy, whatever it might be. What are your thoughts on Caleb Durbin? Do you think he could be a legit major leaguer?
That's a great question. He was in the Arizona Fall League last year. I told you last year, I think this guy is a major leaguer. My stance was a little bit more like super util because I just don't know if the bat long-term can be something a team is willing to let sit around and be out there every single day. Like, is a team willing to have a guy that's sub 10 homers in replacement of a 25 plus home run guy? I don't know. But the thing that keeps him out there, he's one of the most aggressive base stealers I've ever seen. He broke the AFL record for stolen bases. He stole more bases than games he played. I think that's going to play a big role in it. He showed more power and impactful barreling than he's done before. The exit velocities aren't super great, and he probably is capped at the end of the day, but He's got position flexibility. He does make a lot of contact. He steals bases. That checks a lot of the boxes. I just don't know if a Yankee team is going to be willing to put out there, but a fantasy team is going to want Caleb Durbin if he is starting. He's a great deep league option. And whether it's with the Yankees or somebody else, Caleb Durbin is someone that should be on your radar.
And if anyone else out there wants more Arizona Fall League content, or if they want to just hear or see what happened, go check out the Welsh's Twitter at @IsItTheWelsh and listen to our full-length podcast, because we just talked a bunch about all these players and new rules that they're trying out there. And you can listen to Fantasy Baseball Today on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere else podcasts are found. Thanks for listening to Fantasy Baseball Today in 5, and we'll be back again next week. Bye-bye.